Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go. 70, Indy. 54.
Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get up.
General West.
Let's get off the field. Hey, switch gears.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
On the ready.
97's the mic. Cut.
Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Sue.
44, Mike, 44.
Say go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on, set. 10-2, sir. You're not ready. You draw corker. Fight.
On second down, here's Fournette. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Down. 10 Lobo. Go. Hey, dude.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Fournette running out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Leonard Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Hey, Charlie.
It's 4th down.
Safety creep.
On 4th down, Minshew. Got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Taylor. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Double dog, that's the way.
Big rip.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past it.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play. 21-0 our score after 1.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
56 to Mike. Hey, Alpha. Come on, boy. Now. Don't be scared of it. 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Get ready.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, orbit. Let's go.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Minshew throwing on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, high 7. Yo, go. Danny.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Looking for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, Echo. Hit it.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go. Do it.
First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And some space here. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. And a huge play that time. 45 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Pick, baby. Good stuff. Keep doing that.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Minshew sets to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Hey, exit.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
Hey, go.
Back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He gets it to Brown, complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first down, here's Love. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. And touchdown! Justice Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will get him one closer. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because...
And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He's going to air one. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off near the 44. You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, orbit. Shoot.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Right there.
Like,
Right there.
shut up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by one more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
They'll take over.
Let's go,
First
baby.
down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Got it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 22. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown. DJ Chark. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Succop. And that will shave one more off this lead.
38. Redwoods 14.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Here we go, set, 90, wolf.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Look at me, zipper, now.
Here's Minshew. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Easy work. It's easy work. Just come on, get it.
A gain of 9 brings up second down at the 25-yard
Come on,
line.
set, 60 outlaw.
51. Hey, Tank.
Go.
Hey, switch. Switch.
Fine.
Throwing again on second down. Minshew. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Minshew. And he locates Walker, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
It's caught inside the 25. And they rattle off a big one. 54 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey.
Mike 56. Record.
Big trip.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike 56.
Ready.
Back to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 24-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Switch.
General West.
Check 24.
Yes.
They'll run with Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there, good enough for the Jags' 1st down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 38.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Fournette, a first down carry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big run by the big man Fournette. 44 yards on the ground. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Second and goal from inside the 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
Come on, 91.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced, playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Jump in the stands, no man,